Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial type of thing. It is not related to skateboarding, so you might find that as a surprise. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you how I make my artwork. I will also put in some of my artwork into the video too, just to show you what I do. So let's get started. First we're going to file, open. No, wait, you're not going to do that. You're going to go to your files on your computer. You are going to find the picture that you want to edit. Let's see where I put it. Oh, it should be in my downloads. Oh, here it goes. So you're going to drag that into your thing and insert it as a new layer. And then boom, there it is. So what you're going to do now is you're going to scale it to size. Right about that. That way it's all in there, because what you're going to do now is you're going to take your selection tool, preferably this one right here, the Bezier curve selection tool, and you're going to go around all of this and cut it out. Now this is a long process, so I will just speed it up. But it's not sped up for you. I mean, it's not sped up for me, it's sped up for you. So here we go. One thing that I do have to say about this is that when you are working on going around your item, make sure you go like how I am doing around the pixelated parts where it kind of just fades away. And if you're doing curves, don't make your lines too like big, because you don't want it to be like chunky and stuff. You want it to be curvy, so you don't make the lines too big. They won't really stand out as much, like how I'm doing. I'm just going around maybe about an inch, depending on how zoomed in or out you are. So yeah, that helps too. Okay, so now once you made your selection, what you're going to do is press Control-Shift-I to invert your selection, so all that blackness around it just kind of disappears. And that's if you're using Krita, which is what I'm using. Then what you're going to do is press Control-X, and then all that disappears. Or should, see, because there you go. Now what you're going to do is take your selection mask, press deselect, and then boom, there you go. What I do have, so what we're going to do now is, I'm going to dim this up a little bit. What you're going to do is right click on that layer, press add, and then filter mask. And then what we are going to do is colorize, hit colorize on the hue, saturation, and lightness adjustment, you are just going to brighten up your saturation a little bit. It turns it red, but what you do is turn your lightness down and then unsaturize it, because you know you don't want it to be red. So you do this, lighten it up a little bit too. Not too much. Okay, that is good actually. Okay, so you're just wait, levels. Go to levels. So since it is so bright, and that's the original thing, that's the original brightness, you're gonna bring your brightness down just a little bit down here on the output, and you see it will make it darker. It'll make the brighter parts darker when you put the brightness down on the output levels. And you just kind of toy around with that until you see what you like. Now on the output levels, your darkness, if you want it to be darker, move the input levels up for the darkness, then you see it got dark. So to me that looks a little bit okay. So that would be called a filter mask. And then now what I'm going to do is, I kind of like that. That looks nice. What I want to do is I want to color all of these strings a different color and have them glow, because that's what she wants. So we're going to go in here, add, and then right click, add filter mask. For this one, we're not going to go to levels. We are going to go to the hue, saturation, and lightness adjustment, colorize. What this will do, it will turn all of it a different color. So let's see. The color that I might want this to be is red. See how bright that is? That is really bright. Whoa. Honestly, that looks nice. I kind of like that color. So you make sure you press colorize, because otherwise it looks like that. So you press colorize and it turns it all red. So now what you're going to do is go over here, make sure this says black and white, because black erases what erases that red, so it erases your filter, and then white matte like puts it on. So you're gonna have black chosen, then you're just going to go around and erase everything. Instead of being like me, you should use a harder brush and then go around, so it makes sure it gets everything. I'm just making sure. Okay. Now what you're going to do is go to maybe a softer, like a soft brush. You can search it in your Krita thing for soft brushes. Now I don't really have many, but I do like to use a soft airbrush because I don't know, I like it. Okay, so since this is all a line, we just want to make it a little bit bigger, because it's just gonna be a little bit bigger because of the airbrush. It kind of just starts small and then kind of goes big. What I'm going to use is color dodge for this one, if it lets me do it. Okay. I'm gonna go all the way from the strings. Ooh, I probably should have like done something else to see how this looks. Oh, make sure you have your white selected too. So as you can see, the lines start getting crooked here. If it helps, you can turn off your other filter mask. That way you can see what you're doing.